Hi everyone, my Natasha Denona Berry Pop collection has just arrived and I can't wait to try it. I haven't tested it at all, so this will be my first impression with you. We can find out today if it works on my fair skin and on my mature skin and see what we think. And if you're new here, hi, my name's Hannah. I'm 47. I'm not a professional. I'm just somebody who loves makeup and I love to share that with you. I like to test new products that I think I might enjoy and therefore you might enjoy, and share any tips and news that I might have heard as well. If you think you'd enjoy that, then please like and subscribe below. I'd love to have you here on my channel. And onto the video. So let's first look here at the Berry Pop Cheek Trio. Apparently this is inspired by Natasha's My Dream Cheek Trio. So if you have that, which I actually don't, you can see what you think. Is it similar? Is it inspired mostly by formula rather than colour? I would imagine it must be because the colours are different. The first one here is a cream. Already I can feel it's a very dry cream, because if I just tap my finger on it, you'll see, oh gosh, I was going to say there's nothing on my finger, but there is. That's how dry it is. I can't feel any moisture whatsoever. That's so strange. Okay, so this is a cream that feels like a powder instantly rather than turns to a powder. It feels like a powder as you touch it. Okay, so let's go a little bit more. Now it's starting to feel a bit more silky, I suppose. Feels like a silky satin. So here it is on the back of my hand. That's not too much of an alarming shade, because obviously with my fair skin I am a little worried about using this. Let's see how it looks if I rub it out. If you can see, I think you need to work very quickly with this because I can't get rid of the line there. So I think with fair skin we're going to have to be extremely careful with application on this. It needs to be worked with quickly and very lightly. And now looking at this one, which is called a Tinted Glow Base. This one I can feel the cream straight away. It's very different, it's not the dry one. So there it is on my finger. You can see straight away this is much more of a wet look. It says it's infused with rich lychee extract and other hydrating oils. That's really pretty actually, I like that. Now whilst this is called a glow base, you are supposed to put your blush on first and then top with this, even though it's called base. So it's the glow base, not the blush base, which obviously it says glow base, but you know what I mean. Just sometimes when you see the word base you might think put that on first, which you don't. Both of these shades are described as being cranberry, with the glow base having this golden nude glow added in with the cranberry. So lastly we have this Dream Glow highlighter, which is an ice pink champagne shade. There it is on my finger. This is a gel to powder formula, very soft and silky on the skin. That is really pretty. Sorry about the noises. I haven't started this video until very late today, even though I've been waiting all day to film because people decided to turn up and start digging up the pavement directly outside my house. So it's been so noisy today, and that was them driving off. Hurrah! It's also worth noting that this is cruelty free, paraben free, vegan, and it also says it's made in Italy, which we all know is excellent. And I'll be using my BK Beauty 109, my trusted brush, which I use for cream blush, which is the only one I trust. And I am going to tap into this very, very carefully. And let's see what we get. First, oh, there we go, that's not too bad. Now obviously with the colour of my skin, this is a shade that I do love. I do love berry colours, but they can be terrifying. So I like to wear very, very light blush. I don't like to have too much blush. When I say light, I mean a light amount. I don't mind wearing a bright colour. That is really pretty actually, just with that one little dab. So I already got a nice shine completely without the base or anything. Oh, I like that. That went on so easily and so nicely. I know you can probably hardly see it, but for me personally, I would probably wear this much. A little bit more on the brush this time, on this side. Oh, I need to remember what I discovered when I swatched this. I don't have a lot of time, this dries down fast, so I do need to be very careful. So here is how it looks with that tiny dab, and here's how it looks with a bit more on the brush. I definitely prefer this. I think it looks much more natural on me. But I will build this side up a little bit to match the other side. So I have literally tapped in with the lightest of taps. And the good news if you have fair skin is this is going to last you forever, because you just need the tiniest tap. You do need to work quickly. With a bright colour like this, you could be in real trouble if it sets down and isn't looking very nice. Oh, I like that. I hope you noticed I'm wearing the right colour to match my face. Oh, isn't that a nice cheerful colour to have on your cheeks, especially in January when everything seems so grey and dull. Oh, I like that. I actually like it with this sort of stronger built up shade. But my thinking with this was that I would use this as an underpaint blush. So before I put my foundation on, I could go in with this a lot more powerfully. So I could allow myself to put a really deep blush on with this, then go in with my foundation, and then go in with that and that on top. Which I will try, but today we will try it this way. So now in with this glow base, and I'm going to use exactly the same brush, but I'm just going to take it here. Oh gosh, that is so much brighter than I was expecting. Absolutely gorgeous, but very bright. That is looking a little bit too bright, but let's tap it out. Wow, that has got quite a kick to it, hasn't it? But it is settling in it's a lot easier to manage, I think, than the first blush, because this is a more wet formula, so it's not drying down immediately. That's got a lovely glow. I think I would definitely prefer this on its own. The underpainting method that I spoke about, I think, is my best bet for this palette. I think it could be really pretty doing it that way. So this would be my top blush. It's called a glow base, but it's a glowy blush. It's a glowy cream blush, really, isn't it? So there we are. That's way too bright, I think, for me, but it is very, very pretty. I'm just going to go around with my sponge to try and calm it down a little. I'm going to start to dab this across the nose a little as well, which I quite like doing lately. It's definitely that fresh cheeked, come in from the cold sort of look. Well, now I've calmed that down with the sponge, I really like that. I like the glow it's giving. But again, I need the tiniest little amount, so for my skin this is going to last me a lifetime. And it says here on the back that there's 2.5 grams of the cream blush, and there's 2.8 here of the tinted glow, and there's 3.5 of this powder. And I have my BK Beauty 112, and I'm going to go into this highlighter here, and I'll try that across the top. Well, that's quite subtle actually. I was expecting it to be a little bit more golden, which is not a problem for me because I prefer a lighter highlighter on my skin. That is quite subtle, but pretty. Yeah, it is very subtle. The flush cheeks and the shine, it gives that real natural come in from the cold look, which I really like. This is mature skin friendly for sure. All of it. The whole thing is, because it hasn't moved my makeup, which is one big tick. And it also is not emphasising anything, neither the blush, the glow or the highlighter. It's very mature skin friendly. So with this being my first try of a cheek palette from Natasha Denona, I'm very pleased with this. So now onto the lips, and here is the Berry Pop Lip Crayon. This is one that needs to be sharpened, it doesn't twist up. This is using Natasha's iconic long wearing formula. So if you're familiar with her lip crayons, you will already know this formula. I do a little smile to get the top area as precise as possible, so I won't be able to speak a minute. have purposefully overlined this a little bit, so I like to go in with a brush to soften all the edges. And basically this is an old eyeshadow brush. So now I've softened out the edges. Again, this is personal choice, but when it's this bright for me, I like to soften it out and not have a sort of crisp look, because it's just very dark on my skin, this shade. And now we can go in with the lipstick. And this has lovely packaging, it's so pretty. It's a luminous finish lipstick in the same Berry Pop Cranberry shade that we had with the blush. It says it's ultra creamy with glistening coverage, and it should offer me hydration and feel very soft. So let's see. Again, I'm going to use the brush. I'm going very, very lightly with the coverage here. So what I've got on so far is a tiny swipe, which I've added to the top. I'm just filling in the last little bit here. Now this is because I don't like to have too much on my lips when the colour is this deep. The same as with the lip liner. I think with my skin tone, this is as deep as I would personally like to go. But I think that is a really, really pretty colour. What do you think? It does feel hydrating, but not massively so. And it's already making me think I'd like to add a gloss or an oil. So just to see how it looks with an oil, I'm going to add here the Fenty Beauty Cherry Lip Oil. I think it looks nicer with the oil on, and it certainly feels nicer. So it is comfortable. Again, this is personal choice. I do like to have a lot of hydration, and I wear gloss or lip balm all day, every day. So for me, this is just right. But I do think it does look pretty with the oil, doesn't it? So considering how this colour was scaring me in this whole Berry Pop theme, even though I was looking forward to it, I was scared of it. I'm quite pleased with all of it. I mean, I think I've very much dumbed it down. You could go much, much brighter in every way with the cheeks and with the lips. I just think I would look terrible if I did that, so I don't want to review it like that, because it just would make you think it's awful. When it really isn't, because it's very pretty, as long as you apply it the way that suits you most, I think. I've gone through all of my cream blushes and I just cannot find anything colour-wise to match this. So I can't do a comparison for you, but I am glad I've got something in my collection that's a completely new shade. I'd love to hear from you if you think you've got something similar to this that might be the same colour. But certainly this duo for me, I mean, obviously I've not had one from Natasha, but I do have quite a lot of face palettes, and this colour story is not one I have in my collection. I think it's quite unique really, with the formulas and with the colours, and I think it's beautiful. I'm really looking forward to trying the underpainting method. When I do that, I'll probably make a shorts video, so if anybody would like to see how that looks, look out in the next few days, and I will do that. Also, I'll put this on very heavily. Foundation, then this and this on top, so you can see how that looks. But putting them on and just being careful, and obviously the sponge rescued me a little bit because it did look a little bright, because this one here really did surprise me how bright this was. But once it's all calmed down, I think it's beautiful. And the lipstick is lovely. Again, I thought that was going to be too powerful for me. You could definitely put another layer of this lipstick on and it would be a lot more powerful. I'm repeating myself now, sorry. It's been a long day with the builders outside. So that's it from me with this collection. I'm very happy with it. I would definitely recommend it if you enjoy these colours and you like the look of them on me. If you have a darker skin tone, I think you're going to love this too, because you can really build this up and it would be extremely strong colour. So it suits really all skin types, I would have said, because you can go very gently and it will work on fair skin, but you can definitely have this on dark skin too. So it's very much suitable for everybody, and I think everyone's going to really enjoy this one. So if you've enjoyed this content, I'd love to see you again, and if you could like and subscribe below, that would really help my channel. And I'm so grateful to everyone who watches and subscribes. And I just want to say a quick word to everyone that's been commenting on my videos recently, because I've been given some fantastic product tips and having some lovely conversations with people. So I've really enjoyed that, and I just want to thank people if you're here watching again, and if you are back, thank you so much for coming back. And I'll see you for my next video. Bye!